is Dr. Hill Mazansky. I specialize in guided meditation, hypnosis, nutrition, and exercise. I'm going to discuss today an obvious answer. Do you want to live a longer, happier, healthier life? Who doesn't? There are certain techniques that we're going to describe to you how, in fact, you can achieve the goal of living longer, healthier, and happier. And remember, you begin doing this when you are young. There's a saying, treat your body well when you are young, and your body will take care of you when you are older. And that is so true. One should not delay saying, oh, well, I'm still young, I don't have to worry, I'm going to live long. No, that is not correct. So I'm going to give you some tips of how you can achieve your goal to live long and happy and healthy. First, we'll give you a little bit of an anatomy or physiology description of what happens. We have chromosomes. And then on those chromosomes are something called telomeres. These telomeres, as they shorten, has an effect on your lifespan. So we have to do things that will keep those telomeres from shortening. And if we prevent them from shortening, then you're going to live a longer life. Okay, let's get started. The first thing one has to do, the basic change here, is lifestyle changes need to be adapted to one of not so healthy to healthy. Nutrition first. Nutrition studies have found over and over again that the Mediterranean diet is the most healthy diet you can have. Obviously, it's the food that is eaten in the Mediterranean countries, and what they do is they eat a lot of fruit and vegetables. They have minimal amount of, no red meat, minimal amount of chicken, but they also eat yogurt and whole grains. Now, there's another group. There was a study on Okinawans, Japanese who lived in Okinawa, lived to well over 100. And their nutritional program consisted of fruits and vegetables and a small amount of cheese and bread. But why they lived longer is also because they were happier. They lived in a close-knit community and did not harbor any anger or stress or anxiety, and they lived long. They walked a lot. They didn't have gyms in those days when the study was done. All they did was walk. So those two diets are interesting to follow. If you want to get more information, just Google Mediterranean diet and Okinawan diet and you'll find out. The next thing is exercise. Exercise is so very important to longevity. And all you have to do is walk 30 to 40 minutes and then increase the pace and increase the duration. That when you return home, you are perspiring, your pulse is racing, and you're breathing heavily. To find out what your pulse rate is, put your fingers to your neck over the carotid artery, and then have a watch and count how many beats in 30 seconds, multiply that by 2, and you have your answer. Be happy, have a happy disposition, laugh a great deal. Research showed that people who laugh a lot and have a good social network definitely live longer and happier than those who don't. I suggest that you get yourself a good group of friends, go out together, laugh together, have a nutritious meal. Studies have shown over 24,000 people were in the study, showed that those with a happy disposition who had a good social life lived approximately 10 years longer than those who didn't. Don't harbor anger or hatred, because when you do, you are the one that suffers. As I say, the hater is the one who suffers, while the hatee, the person who's being hated, feels no pain, feels no distress. You yourself have an effect of stress, and that leads to an increase in your stress hormone called cortisol. The next thing that we suggest is that you do certain hobbies. Have a hobby, whether it's yard work or photography, fishing, whatever it is. Have a hobby, because that increases your desire of enjoyment and leads to increased longevity. The next is sleep. Studies found that over 10,000 people who took an afternoon nap lived 37% longer than people who did not take an afternoon nap. I agree. If you're working, it's not always difficult. But when you come home to unwind, as they say, just have a nap. Sleeping, a good night's rest, leads to a decrease in stress hormones, decrease in blood pressure, decrease in obesity. Blood sugar and high blood pressure are all reduced if you have a good night's sleep. The best way to achieve a good night's sleep is to exercise. Get 1 hour of daylight every day. Does not have to be sunlight, but it can be daylight. Do not wear your sunglasses, because you will not absorb the beneficial rays onto your eyes, which leads to a secretion of a hormone called melatonin. And that melatonin helps you sleep better at night. So you are achieving two goals here. You're walking during the daytime, and which the exercise will increase your sleep, and receiving the sunlight, or it doesn't have to be just daylight, for 1 hour will improve your sleep. So these are all techniques that one can use to restore your body. A study of over 100,000 people showed, comparing the researchers wanted to compare, is nutrition a greater cause for longevity, or is it exercise? Hands down, showed that the more you exercise, the more healthier you are and the longer you will live, as opposed to eating a nutritious diet, which one has to do. But if you want to live longer, exercise. Exercise has so much benefit on your bodies and your psyche. It reduces the stress hormone cortisol. It increases the secretion of endorphins in the brain, the feel-good hormone. Having covered most of the ways to live longer, happier, healthier life, you need to rid yourself of stress, anxiety, tension, and losing weight. On my website, drmedicalhypnosis.com, you will find various hypnosis videos that will empower yourself to help heal and treat yourself. There are videos for weight loss, for stress, anxiety, tension, whatever you have. You can also see there are far more health improvement videos that are available. I thank you for listening to this YouTube health tip. My name is Dr. Hillel Mazansky.